What's up?
Is this one of those instances where you say you can't feel like they're picking on you because Santana's been doing this pretty much?
Yeah, I think he's, second in the league in ERA coming in tonight. Been a good pitcher. Pardon?
Leads the majors and wins.
Yeah, still a frustrating night for our guys. We didn't have many opportunities. Dylan was really good. You know, there's a certain rhythm to the defense when you're pitching like that. You know, like first play that Jonathan made in the first inning. You know, there's a tempo and something you always stress with your pitchers. Those plays seem to be made behind guys with that type of tempo and throwing strikes. But Dylan was really good. Thought Richard, that's kind of the guy that we thought it was good to get him a couple innings under his belt, turn some of those switch hitters around. They're a tough team. They got a lot of weapons, well put together roster, a lot of pieces that fit.
Buck, is there something too after watching last night's game, having a dependable pitcher like Santana or Bundy, that even when Dylan struggled in Detroit, he went 6 innings. Is there something to
yeah,
that?
That's what I'm saying. There's just a rhythm to it, but you know, I said many times, your momentum is who's pitching for you and who you're facing. You know, you can be swinging a bat as good as can be swung, and you get a guy like that on top of his game, it can make you look that way. But you know, that's what's frustrating, you know, about last night, because you knew you had two pitchers that had kind of been struggling. One of them was going to kind of semi-right the ship, and one wasn't.
When you look at Bundy and you see, we've talked a lot about his, you know, growth from a, you know, thrower into really a pitcher. You know, his ability to really kind of, you know, get through some situations there.
Yeah.
You know, he puts a guy on second base, 2 outs, and he gets out of it a couple of times there to limit the damage.
You know, Ed, the thing that made him so intriguing to a lot of people coming out of the draft in the minor league is that he was more than a thrower then, and it was plus stuff. And I've talked to a lot of people that saw him in high school and his first year, but you know, there's a couple outs there that some people aren't getting. You know, they strike out a Maurer there to keep it at 1. You know, pitching that 7th inning, even the 6th, got through it and had some manageable pitch counts. And no, he found some things that worked. I mean, Sano's is, you know, you see the RBIs, and he pitched him as well as he can be pitched, and he's on top of his game too, offensively. And Dylan, pitcher's on top of his game, hitter's on top of the game, the pitcher wins most times.
Was there a silver lining in it that you got to save the ball, that you got to just pretty much save the bullpen?
Yeah, we're in pretty good shape down there physically since we've gone to the 7th pitcher. You know, we've had Dylan, you know, that's been pretty consistent about getting deeper into games with a few exceptions.
You also talked about good pitchers. You know what they're going to do, and they can do it anyway, and that's what makes them so good. Was Santana doing anything differently at all?
Yeah, a little bit. He'd really gone to a 2-seamer in a lot more this year, and tonight he threw his changeup a lot, and he had a little 4-seamer that he was running up in the zone a little bit, and that was effective. You know, it's sometimes you get into points where you know, some hitters are struggling. You know, so you know, we got some guys that you know, we've had a competitive start to the season without a lot of the things clicking that we think will and can.
What is he doing to? I mean, he had 3 very short innings, which obviously allowed him to go the distance.
Yeah, you know, we caught. I'll get back. We caught up. You know, the quick first inning. We caught up to where he was in that 15, 18 pitch an inning, which might get him him out of there before the 8th or 7th inning. And then he had those 2 you're talking about that really gave him a chance to finish the game.
Is that just a guy who's able to pitch in the strike zone and the right part of the strike zone?
Well, you know, he's got some weapons, and the slider is about as good as you want to see, and a lot of guys are trying not to get to that out pitch. And what happens, then you're susceptible to the changeup when you're trying to kind of ambush a fastball early, and it works right into his hands. Okay, thank you.